Hi there and welcome to lesson 5 in our C3 chemical economics topic, and today we're going to be looking at percentage yield. Now it's a little bit mathsy on this one, but we are going to be focusing on how to work out the percentage of a chemical that is made during a chemical reaction. Anyway, I will see you at the end. Bye bye. Okay, so our objectives for this lesson is to work out percentage yield, is how to calculate the percentage yield of a chemical reaction. Now percentages are fairly straightforward to work out, and we can see from this picture here how we can work out a percentage. So percentage means per 100, so 70% of a population own a cat, 70 out of every 100 people own a cat. Now this means that your given amount here is the 70 and the total amount is the 100 people, and then you multiply that by 100 and that gives you your percentage. Now we should know how to do that. Now in chemistry we actually have to be able to apply this to a chemical reaction. Now in the last lesson we did look at this reaction and we looked at the mass of this, and it produces a certain amount of the two products. Now if we had 100 grams of the calcium carbonate, because of that we will produce 56 grams of calcium oxide and 44 grams of carbon dioxide, and that's all to do with our conservation of mass. Now in reality what we might end up with is, from the 100 grams that we start with, we might end up with something like 52 grams of calcium oxide. Now the likelihood of that is because not all of the calcium carbonate is decomposed. We might have lost some of the calcium oxide in various areas. Now what we have here is two bits of information. We have this value here, which is our theoretical yield, and then we also have this value here, which is known as the actual yield. Now here we've got the two bits of information. We've got the total that we would expect, and then we've got what we've actually expected. So if we refer to our previous picture, we've got the given amount that we've actually got, the actual yield, and then we've got the total amount that we expect to get. So the percentage yield is actually equal to the actual yield divided by the theoretical yield there, multiplied by 100. So if we take the information we've got and put that into our equation, so our percentage yield is equal to 52 divided by 56 times 100, and that gives us a value of 92%, and that is our percentage yield. Now as we said in previous lessons, that all the mass must be conserved. So if we're not getting 100% yield, what's actually happening to that missed opportunity, that missed mass that we are losing? Now we look here, we've got some salt that we are trying to get back, which we're expecting to get 100% yield. Now here we've got the glass rod, which will encourage the salt to form, and then we're evaporating the water to leave that salt to form. Now then we filter the crystals. Now here, the filtering process, we are likely to lose some of the salt. Some of the salt may not have solidified, so within here, within the filtrate, the stuff that comes through, there is likely to be some salt, meaning that we're not going to get everything that we want. Now that means that the yield is never going to be 100%. In fact, some chemical reactions have a yield that can be as low as 10 and 15%, such as we looked at in the last topic, of the production of ammonia. Now, obviously in industry they need to monitor what the percentage yield is. Now, the main reason for that is so that they can reduce costs when wasting reactants, because if not all the reactants are reacting, then there's going to be some problems. And obviously because of that, they then want to reduce the costs. Reducing waste of reactants will then reduce the cost as well. So quite a simple lesson today, looking at percentages, where we've looked at the actual yield is the amount we actually make in a chemical reaction, and then the theoretical yield is how much we think that we should make during a conservation of mass law reaction. Now, what that means is we divide the actual yield by the theoretical yield, multiply that by 100, and we end up with our percentage. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Take care, bye bye.